Guys, it's your favorite home gym girl Mirrors Daniel, and you are welcome back to another chit chat with me. Okay, so in today's video we're going to be talking about resets. All right, before we get into the video, as you can see, we changed background. That is because they have not been giving us lights. I don't know what we have done. I don't know. As I was just about to start shooting, they took the lights, and I've been waiting for over 2 hours and it's not yet back. So I had to look for the best place that natural light can really get me, so you don't be watching a dark video. And again, we couldn't really go outside because it's wind, and where I'm living is, it's filled with mother nature. Have products, birds, animals, all sorts of noise making and interrupting species. So enough chit chat, let's dive right into this video. Before I give you the steps or tips on how to restart or how to reset, we're not just going to be talking about resets in terms of weekly reset or monthly reset. No, we're going to be talking about resets, especially when you want to take a big leap or a big jump, or when you want to move out of your comfort zone. Okay, I'm going to be telling you, especially as we normally do here, from my personal experience, things that I did, especially in starting this YouTube channel, because it was a big deal. It was, let me just say, it was a way I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. So a little background story before we get into the tips. So before I started my fitness journey, because definitely it's fitness that led us all to this wonderful, beautiful process, and we have been going down and enjoying it. So before I started my fitness journey, I was just lost. Like I was so lost. I didn't even know what. I wasn't moving forward. I wasn't going back. I was just stagnant. I didn't really know what I want to do. I was just like somebody that the light bulb was just off. Like the light bulb was off, turned off. So, but I was existing. In fact, for over a year, I was off social media, And during that point, I wanted to see other things I could do aside social media, because social media was just getting so redundant. Like, you're just seeing the same thing on every single platform, and I was like, what type of sick joke is this? So I just wanted to take a break. Like, I think for a whole good year I was off social media, and I went into reading. I started reading at that point, and it was good. I read books, and I really wish I could really go back to that, because after that I've really kind of come off, because like I said, I was just lost. So even the reading did not still turn on the bulb for me. So so after that, then when I came back on social media, COVID happened, and then that was when I started my fitness journey, and the light bulb came up. Like, it was like, wow. I mean, like, because I've been somebody that, trust me, even in the smallest sport, I don't even know what's like any sport that doesn't even require energy. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't involved in any kind of stressful activity, nothing. So the fitness was really a new thing, because it's something that in the past I wasn't really into. So now doing it was just, so starting the fitness was really, a lot really happened during that process, but still it wasn't it, but it led to the process of like where we are and where we want to get to. Because even if you feel you want to get to somewhere, when you still get to that place, you still want to attain something higher. So it was starting my fitness journey that at least laid the foundation for starting up everything. Okay, so after I started, then even as I started, I didn't even feel I was going to take it online. I just thought it would just be a personal stuff. But the more I dived into it, the more I was like, whoa, I think I really want to get into this thing, because I was working out at home and I will see something online. I will be like, okay, I don't have this equipment, I don't have this machine. How can I just maneuver things I have around me to like give me what I want? And you know, all those, and maybe I'll come up with an idea or something. It might look silly, but at least I was at home and I was trying it out, and I was like really enjoying it. So at the point I was like, I really need to start sharing, you know, because I really love this and it's something I really want to be talking about. It's something an industry I really want to be into. Okay. If you watch my 20 days on YouTube video, you see that I said like I wasn't even a social media person. I didn't like posting, I didn't like taking pictures. So it was one step to like putting myself out there, but I still wasn't putting myself out there, if you know what I mean. Because I still had things like, I'm not there yet, I've not really achieved some goals, I really still don't look this kind of way and all that and that, you know, so many excuses. So I was just like, I was still putting out content, but I was not putting out content. I don't know if you're getting me. So one day my sister's friend came across my page, you know, and she gave her honest review, not to me though, but to my sister. And she spoke to my sister about it, and my sister wanted to relate. So okay, so she told me that yes, that my page is, what I'm putting out is good, but I still need to like level up. I still need to like, you know, look more professional, have this kind of aesthetics, you know, just make my things look beautiful, and you know, just like the way social media wants it. And I was like, no, I really want to preach fitness on a very simple level, you know. I don't want to make fitness complicated, because actually it's not complicated and all that. She was like, yeah, good, you want to do that, but first of all you have to catch people's eye. You need to get their attention before they can listen to you and be like, oh, is this what you're doing? I like that. I like the perspective of fitness. Okay, so I started reflecting. I had to go back and think and be like, okay, what do I really want to do? What do I really want to achieve from my platform? You know, I started thinking to myself, and I started writing down. So that was when I was like, okay, yes, you know. So so you know, I told you, because I wasn't looking some certain way, so I wasn't really putting myself out there. So I had to like, you know what, you just have to fall in love with the way you're looking right now, because even if you now look a certain kind of way, if you have not practiced how to still put yourself out there, you might still not want to put yourself out there, even if you have finally reached your goals or whatever. And there's nothing bad in showing people the processes. There's nothing bad in sharing your journey with people. Okay, I think it's even really more authentic and realistic when you share your journey online, regardless of what anybody thinks. The most important thing is that you fall in love with yourself and your journey, and you've come to enjoy it. So reflecting made me say, okay, now we have to fall in love with ourselves. Forget whatever anybody says. However, it's your body, I mean, and this is exactly what you want to be preaching, okay? Regardless of however you look, the only thing is that you're consciously trying to make your body the most beautiful and comfortable place for you to live in, because regardless of our living life, this is still our body that is helping us get through whatever. So we have to take care of it first before any other thing. So that, I admitted that to myself, and then I started writing, okay, how we are going to start the YouTube, because yes, I knew I was going to do YouTube. Like I said, I was waiting. So I was like, you know what, we are starting the YouTube. And then it's as if the universe heard me, or YouTube heard me, I don't know. Then I started pushing out videos. Just start, you can do it. How YouTube has changed my life with less than, you know, all those kind of videos just started popping up. And the more I watched it, the more it was pushing me. You just have to start it, just have. Okay. Then I started writing down. I started writing down how I wanted, what I wanted my signature look to look like, the background. Then I even had to go and research on homemade gyms or gyms, and I found out that people were actually making equipment, from materials that can get around, cheap materials that can get around to make. Then I was like, okay, so that, because I don't have access to them, doesn't mean I can make do with what I have. Then I started going deep into how to make my own homemade gym, and then I started looking into better ways to edit and all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, okay, let's just embrace it. But it was still not it. The light bulb hasn't fully come out then. The 20 days challenge, and let's just see what this is all about. Yeah, it's your first time, but definitely you can do it. I researched about it and I started scripting it. So when it started dawning on me was when I started filming the 20 days challenge. If you haven't, this is the playlist here. Just look at it and give me feedback on what you feel. Is it truly beginner friendly and all that stuff? Okay, so back to this. So when I started filming, like, this is the first step to getting into doing what I really wanted to do, but I wasn't still there. So in filming, I started seeing, still remember when I started reflecting and journaling, I was still seeing some kind of setback, some kind of things that will make you, are you sure? Sometimes you doubt yourself, sometimes you're not, and all that stuff, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, let's start the 20 days challenge and all that. I just want you to really understand how the whole thing process was flowing. When I started filming, I started seeing more challenges. I was like, okay, it's really different when you're filming for YouTube and when you're just filming for a reel or a short, but then I was still like, it was still not there. I was still trying to like push it. Oh, we can go buy it, or we can boycott it or something like that. Then I had a personal conversation with my mom about something. We just had a kind of personal conversation. Then it made me to really go back again and reflect. And I was like, you are seeing all your loopholes, you're seeing all your faults. There are so many things that you have just refused to embrace. And if you don't tackle this, you cannot move forward. It's always going to be tacky for you. And that's going to lead me to my next point, which is make up your mind. Honestly, for you to reset your life in such a way that you want to start something new, you want to change a lot of things about you, some aspect of your life, you just have to make up your mind. And if you watch it, and at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why I didn't say make up your mind first before reflecting and journaling. Okay, so I had to make up my mind in the sense that if you watch my 20 days on YouTube again, it's here, you will see where I said I was not a morning person. And this was one of my biggest weaknesses, okay? Because I had a lot to do and I kept waking up late to it. I still had a lot of chores to attend to even before doing my own personal stuff. So it was after that conversation that I said, okay, falling in love with my body was one step. Now I actually have to make up my mind that if I wanted this to work for me, I just had to work on all my weaknesses, everything I felt that was holding me back. I just had to sit down, work on it, and tackle it one after the other. even that was not the first time of me, trying to avert that morning issue, because my alarm will always ring by 5 and 6, but I'll always put it off, saying that I'm not a morning person, like I just can't wake up at this time, so and so. After everything, I just had to sit with myself and say no. Because I'll keep giving myself excuses. Maybe when I'm alone, I'll do better. When I'm in this position, I'll do better. If you can't start now, if you can't start in that position you are to start changing something, so what makes you feel like when you get to wherever you think you want to get to, it's going to be any easier? So I had to, immediately I made up my mind. That was when the light bulb went up to its fullest shine, or so whatever it is. Like, I felt there was a new spirit just possessed me, honestly, because there were so many things about me that I noticed change. Sometimes I'll even find myself keeping to time, which I hardly did. I started marking a lot of things off my to-do list. I stopped procrastinating. Like, I found out that just because I made up my mind, to even my relationship with God improved, because you wake up late and there are a lot of things to do. Sometimes you even forget that you have to pray and you have to give thanks to your Creator. Okay, so when I made up my mind and I was like, you know what, we have to tackle this issue. We have to start waking up by 5, to ensure that by 5 we wake up, we get up, we spend 1 hour, with God. Then the next thing, from 6 to at least 8, I should be done with whatever chores I have to do. Then from 8 to 10, if I want to film, if I want to do my own personal training, I prepare for that. I eat, I have breakfast, I do whatever. And then from 11 to at least 2, I'm sure like I'm done. And I still have extra time during the day to get about my other. So when I made up my mind, that was when I was able to follow my routine. And because having a routine is like the basic, or is like the best thing whenever you want to reset, or whenever you feel like you have a lot to do and you just need to get them done. So I totally, a lot changed, and even up till now, a lot is still changing in me. You understand? Because when you are trying to cross to a new phase of your life, you find out that if your mind is not made up to accept those changes, you will keep having clashes, or you will keep breaking down. Because like I said, starting the fitness journey was still not it, because there are a lot of things I still needed to do, I still needed to tackle, even before I can say, okay, then I'm seeing results from this, I'm getting results from this, or this is actually working. You understand? Like, again, and that is why I said I had to leave making up your mind as the last one. Because if you notice, almost everybody has an idea, almost everybody has that one thing they really want to do, but they just don't know how to go about it. It's just there, lingering in your head, living rent-free in your head. You're not doing anything about it. But then when you start to reflect on it, and when you start to write, okay, how do I start? You understand? You start seeing things that are holding you back. Because in that research and journey, things were telling me, see, if you don't follow this routine, you might not really meet up. You might not be able to meet up. Do you understand? Like, I have a friend that wants to start a podcast. It's like I said, it's been lingering. It just keeps lingering. You have done this, you have done that, but you have still not started. Why? Because your mind is not made up. Your mind is not made up to like tackle those weaknesses, tackle whatever it is that is going to be a hindrance that you can control, that is in your control, not the one life throws at you. Because right now, I'm working on some things, just click, and life just keeps happening. But when you see your own weaknesses, that's the ones that you can control, reflecting and journaling helps you to bring out those things helps you to identify them, then you have to make up your mind to do something about it. Because so many people have, maybe I want to start this, I want you go, you research on it, you do this, that's you reflecting, that's you thinking about, that's you writing down, that's you making plans. But if you have not made up your mind to go for it, it's just going to stop at you reflecting and writing about it and keep dreaming about it. So this is me starting my YouTube journey, my fitness journey. Everything is still a process, and I really want to share it with you. I'm not afraid now to share my journey. And so definitely, if you also want to start your fitness journey, you could subscribe to this page, because I'll be sharing everything I've learned throughout the years, and I'm still researching and I'm still learning a lot. I'll be putting them all out for you, okay? And if this is also a motivation or a sign that if there's something you have been wanting to do, you have been wanting to start, just go for it. It won't hurt. It won't hurt you one bit, okay? Just do what you necessarily need to do, but make up your mind that you just have to do it, and you see that something inside of you is changing, something inside that you just can't explain. And even when things like when they took the light, like I've been praying for them to bring this light, they brought it, and before I could arrange and get myself ready just for me to set up and start, they took it. I mean, I've already done my hair, so I should just go and sleep when I have to film. And something inside me started thinking, what's the other way out? What's another way out? And we found this spot that is not as bad as well. So now we can be having 2 backgrounds. Anyway, so that's one, like that's the main issue. It's not going to be easy. It's not that, even when you make up your mind and you start doing it, it's going to be terrible, because starting is always so frustrating. But once you make up your mind and the burning sensation comes from inside, you find out that you just somehow find yourself, you just somehow find out that you want to keep going, you want to keep getting at it, you just don't want to stop there. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you learned something out from it. I hope you took something very, very important away from this video. And if you like this pretty face and you want to keep seeing this pretty face, because definitely it's pretty, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment, and I'll see you in my next workout or chit chat video. All right, bye.